Good day, guys. Please pay close attention to what I'll be sharing with you guys. You blink, you miss. In today's video, we're going to cover some news topics, so let's get right into it. And to start, we're going to look at Kaspa statistics. So far, we see that Kaspa's price is currently at the 12.5 cents level. Our current volume is at $56 million, and our market cap is currently sitting at $2.7 billion, which ranks us at number 29 in the entire crypto market. Our current supply is close to hitting 22 billion Kaspa, and this equates to about 75.58 of all the Kaspa. Mind, we are 22 days away from the next block reward reduction. Our hash rate is currently sitting at 109 petahash hashes, and our highest hash rate has hit 113 petahashes. Also, I just want to add that there has been a lot of talk about the active addresses that have been created recently. It's increased to over 130,000 addresses. But I just want to remind you guys that this amount of addresses that have more than one Kaspa does not equate to the number of people holding Kaspa. I just want to remind you guys of that because this number can be easily flawed because it is so easy to create tons of wallets but still be one individual. So just keep that in mind when looking at this metric. The amount of addresses with a certain amount of Kaspa isn't the best metric to know how many individual holders are within a cryptocurrency project. Currently, the top 10 addresses hold about 15.1 of Kaspa. The top 100 is 32 and up, and the top 1,000 holds 57.9. And over the past few weeks, these have been dropping significantly, which is always great to be seen. Currently, the whales have lost about one more whale in the past 7 days, but we just gained another one in the past 24 hours, and they hold about 26 of the entire supply. The sharks hold about 30 of the whole supply, and the dolphins hold about 19.60 of the whole supply. If we're looking at our top addresses here, we could see that it's still looking the same with KuCoin holding almost close to 1 billion Kaspa, which is insane. You guys, seriously, if you have any of your cryptocurrency on exchanges, please look towards self-custody and getting your Kaspa off these exchanges and putting them offline. Taking a look at some of the casualties on this website, we can see that the supply net moved in over 3 months is currently on the rise, sitting at about 54 of the supply that has not moved in the past 3 months. If we look at the past 6 months, this has just been pretty steady here, but it's still sitting at about 37 and has not moved in the past 6 months. And then for 1 year, we're sitting at about 15. And for 2 years, it's always been on the here, but it's only about close to 1.72 of the supply has not been moved in the past 2 years. Moving forward here, we have this tweet from this Kaspa user saying that they were investigating the top addresses and they claim to find the Binance address. Now, when I was looking at this, I don't know how they can prove that this is the Binance address, but let's just go ahead and read it here. It says, I was investigating this and I found the Binance, this address is currently in the top 8 with 136 million. Kaspa, if we are looking at the top address this year and we go to number 8, we can see that this address just was created on the 16th of November. So this address that's in the top 10 is very recent. So this could potentially be an exchange because they just recently got in top 10. They also say, I then check the sender's address. They use 2 or 3 addresses created only for this transaction. And then the first transaction that sent all the money came from multiple Kaspa addresses. And one of them was loading Kaspa aggressively with a transaction every 10 minutes with a total count of 8,000 transactions. Feels like Binance is coming sooner than expected. All the screenshots and proof are here, and they just show different addresses here that have the Kaspa. You can see that there is a current address that continuously receives a lot of Kaspa every 10 minutes. And I did check this, and you could see here that almost every 10 minutes here, 1933 and then 1943, they just keep receiving about 600 Kaspa, 1,000 Kaspa. So this address is loading up, and then it's sending it to this main address over here. The top address is the number 8.1. So that does seem that it could be an exchange because exchanges usually do this. They load up Kaspa in different addresses, and then they try to load up the main wallet that they're going to use for an exchange. So we'll see. It's all speculation, but for sure, Binance is coming soon simply because they added futures on their exchange. And I imagine that if they have futures, they will eventually want to add spots. So this is just another new listing on an exchange I'm not familiar with. But as always, it's good that Kaspa continues to get adoption. And this one was also just a listing for futures and not any spot. Martin also talked, I've talked about ETS again, and I've talked about this for the past 2 weeks now, but this is a supposed F possibility for Kaspa that will be launched in Europe. That is what an ETP is. He says this here, EP is an exchange traded product and it's part of the EU, so the European Union. So it's basically like an ETF, but for Europe. He says here that confirmed ETBs are coming in January for these cryptocurrencies, and one of those cryptocurrencies is Kaspa. So hopefully we do get some information on this, because this will be very interesting to see something like this come to Kaspa this early. Also, Kaspa has just gotten new listing on a Turkish community exchange, and this is just really great. I know if you guys have seen in the past, Turkey has been very, very vocal about their love for Kaspa. Kaspa has appeared on the news in Turkey, if I remember correctly. So this is cool to see. We got a brand new pair for the Turkish community for Kaspa. Shay gave us an update on Rusty Kaspa and the Tesla 11, which everyone's anticipating. This is the testing for 10 blocks per second. And he says here, for those of you wondering why Tesla 11 is taking so long, it is because the incredible Rusty Kaspa team keeps coming up with exciting new ways to improve the performance of the client. However, these require deep and subtle changes to code that require time and care, delaying the next public testnet 11 run. And if you want to read more into what they have been updating with this testnet, the sources for all these links will be down in the description. But just be assured that there is work being done on this. There's always progress being made, and you can confirm this in the Kaspa Discord. If you go to the Kaspa Discord and look for the Rust Rewrite channel, you can see right here, every time something is merged or something is completed, they post it here, and you can see that it's highly active, especially in December. They've been something going on almost every single day about things getting merged and worked on for testnet 11. But after Shay did post this up, literally within the same day, they confirmed that testnet 11 has begun, and they have started internal testing before they start the public testing. And if you have not seen this, this is amazing. This is 10 blocks per second on Kaspa being tested, and you could see how fast these blocks are being produced on the right-hand side there. So this is cool to see. This is absolute history in the cryptocurrency space. This has never been seen as proof of work, and this will be amazing once it's getting launched on the main net. Just be aware that this testing, when it does go public, probably will take about 6 months. This is what was estimated until this was implemented on the actual network itself that we're using today. So just be patient. These tests are going to take time because this is uncharted territory. These are things that have never been seen before or done before within a cryptocurrency project. So just be ready to be patient and see possible delays. Let's stop here for now, and please support my channel by giving me a like, dropping me a comment, and subscribing to enjoy more interesting updates. Don't forget that this video should not be construed as financial advice.